Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I haven't been around as much as normal this week. I've kind of just had a busy week, but there's some really, really exciting news that came out yesterday that we need to talk about. They are finally, after like 6 months, gonna update the matchmaker, and you can finally try it out. So, what we're getting is dynamic BR brackets, which is literally what I suggested at the beginning. It's great. So, there's BR1 and 2, BR2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5. I don't know why we couldn't have just done this from the beginning. So, basically, they're adding a soft rule, which is what I said it always should be, that if there's enough players in queue, it'll narrow the matchmaker down. So, you can get any of the brackets that we discussed. Of course, this also means that if there isn't enough people, you might end up in like a 1 to 3 or a 3 to 5 match like you are right now. But what it does mean is that if you're playing on like normal hours when people normally play the game, there's a good chance that you can actually play BR3 and not come off as a complete fucking scumbag. You know, leaving like your BR5 games every time you get into a BR5 game. I know most people don't do that though. But it does mean that I'll probably play a lot more BR3 because BR3 traditionally has been one of my favorite BRs. It's just sometimes the people that I play with don't want to deal with the random nature of either getting into BR5 games or BR1 games. Um, but 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 both sound really good. Also, this potentially opens up a lot more BR4 vehicles and BR4 weapons to use. If you make a dedicated BR4 lineup and you fight against BR3 frequently, that's actually going to be a really balanced game. And it's going to feel really good to use those BR4 weapons, where before a lot of the BR4 stuff is very competitive with BR5, and it does just fine in BR5. But if you have BR5 stuff unlocked, you were kind of left thinking, why would I bother using BR4 stuff? Sure, it's competitive, but BR5 stuff is a little bit better. So all in all, this is an excellent change. So in order to make this rule more efficient and more likely to be applied, the maximum time a player can wait in the queue will increase slightly. I don't care. I'm happy to sit in queue for like 2 or 3 minutes. Even under these conditions, if there are not enough players due to an unpopular country or BR, then the matchmaker will simply create a session according to classic rules. Yeah, understandable. Regardless, this is awesome. I am very happy with that. Number two, the other thing that we should discuss is the anniversary of the defense of Brest Fort. And this is going on right now, I believe. I think it started yesterday. Yeah, June 20th to the 26th. It's a normal mini event. You get a really cool portrait, really classic one right there. Um, and the Vovdin pistol, which is cool. It's something that you don't normally see. It's not just like a red Tokarev or an engraved, I don't know, pick generic standard pistol that's already in the tech tree. Like it's actually something different. So, very cool. I'm really excited for the matchmaker changes. I I cannot express how much this was needed. This is going to be great. So, let me know what you think down below. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that it sticks around. I hope that it stays. I hope that we have enough people playing the game that it'll just outright replace the old like 1 to 3, 3 to 5 rule outside of like I don't know, 4 a.m. games when nobody's online. But I hope like during normal hours this just becomes the norm. Like this is so good. This is so good. Of all the things that we've been asking for, the matchmaker changes and like silver economy changes, they're the two that are the most important, the most impactful, and this is going to be great. I mean, I didn't mind 1 to 3 games before, but having matches that are just going to be BR1 and 2 even is going to be great. I love it. It's going to be great. Truly. It honestly even opens up playing BR1 because now you'll be able to play BR1 stuff and not see BR3. Like before, there was no reason to play BR1 because you always played up to 3. But if you're only going to play up to 2, there's a lot of really cool BR1 stuff. Like the Volksturm boys or the Machado Marines or the Algerian riflemen, right? Plus, I mean, there's stuff in the tech tree too. There's a bunch of like battle pass weapons that are BR1 as well. Oh, that'd be so cool. All right, I can't wait to see this in game. As per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.